The 1800s were some of the years with most change, from beginning to end. Many new inventions were from this era. Some of them include the internal combustion engine, the typewriter, stapler, machine gun, and dynamite. However, many of these were not accessible by the average Native American. In fact, most of them have no way of using it unless they went to a residential school. Life for a Native American was much different. Their lives will be split into three sections: males, females, and children. Today, we'll be taking a look at life for an average Native American. Starting with the life of the children. Their lives were different depending on the tribe they were from. Children would often copy their parents to learn how to live and perform daily activities. Rituals and religions were also a major part of life. Tribes would honor their ancestors often and holding big ceremonies when the entire tribe was able to gather together. The boys began their lives with the name of an elder or ancestor. Later in life, their name would change based on a heroic act in their lives. Boys were focused on fighting and horsemanship. Being tough and brave was ideal for men. Men may join battles which would consume their lives. The guardian spirit caused men to leave their tribe at the age of 14 to 17 in search of the spirit. Upon returning home, he will be ready for battle or would be sent out to hunt for his tribe and family. Much of the boy's younger years were spent training for hunting and battle. Days a week would be spent on trying to find herds. Men would report back to the tribe and then have to go kill the buffalo if asked. Animals are sacred, and the only number of animals needed to eat were killed. Women held a very important role in their society. Women will make move teepees if the tribe was located, and they were in charge of tanning hides. The main job as a woman is to skin buffalo and prey, also cooked. Gathering was another job they had. The women in the tribe would collect berries, nuts, and other consumables while the men were hunting. When the women weren't working, they were playing a game of quote-unquote shiny, which is a lot like field hockey. Women were so vital to the tribe that without them, the tribe would not exist. Though European exploration, the natives were exposed to many things, mainly smallpox. Among those things were guns, but those were only used to defeat the enemies of your supplier. In Canada, the Native Americans were less exposed to European practice, but there was much more famine in that area. Over many places in North America, Native American children were forced into residential school where they would be completely removed from the original culture. The First Nations were treated horribly by many people living with the First Nations. The government created systems where the First Nation would be essentially to be below white people back then in the 18th. However, fast forwarding almost a century later, the First Nations began to revolt, and now they are in a safer place when compared to the 18s.